curious. Who is ready for your neighborhood to become the center for drinking for the city of Eugene and visiting people? Raise your hand. Who's ready for your neighborhood to become that? A couple hands? Well, why doesn't everybody raise their hand?
Last year, Eugene got its very own pub cycle. Pub cycles are nothing new. They have been operating around the world for years. In the United States, the pub cycle in Las Vegas stands out above others, with a high-end sound system, LED lights that change with music, and even a disco ball. Oregon has several pub cycles that regularly operate, including Portland, Bend, Corvallis, and Eugene. Corvallis and Eugene's pub cycle is operated by Pacific Pub Cycle, which started after owners Melissa and Tom saw Bend's pub cycle in action. Pub Cycle Incorporated owns and operates Bend's Pub Cycle, and they also build these contraptions for entrepreneurs around the country.
For people who would be interested in having this as a business, they would contact you and you would build the bike and then send it to them, so it would be ready to go with some obviously lessons and how to keep it.
That's right.
Like that.
Yeah, we work with people to build custom bikes.
They are responsible for the construction of building Eugene's Pub Cycle. After sinking $40,000 into a custom-built pub cycle, Tom and Melissa had to fight for licensing and permits in Eugene. While they waited for all the red tape, they began operating in Corvallis, where these permits and licensing were much easier to obtain. If you ask most Eugenians what they think when they see the pub cycle, most enjoy seeing the silly-looking bike going up and down the streets with avid pub-goers having a good time. That is, until you talk to the people who live in the residential neighborhood they ride through.
You know, it reminds me of like a Girls Gone Wild video. You know what I mean? It's loud, and sometimes, you know, there are people that come into the neighborhood just for the purpose of making trouble. And then I don't appreciate the attitude.
I have not appreciated getting my picture taken by people with that look in their eye of like, oh look, there's a local.
Everybody hates that thing. Everyone hates it. I have not met a person yet who doesn't hate that fucking pub cycle, the drunk wagon, whatever it is.
Most pub cycles operate in cities and on main strips. Eugene's pub cycle runs through one of the oldest residential neighborhoods in the city, the Whiteaker. While most residents think the bike itself is interesting and clever, most don't appreciate the behavior of its riders on streets where their families and children live and play.
They're loud and obnoxious. They come by again and again and again, like, it's so exciting, I'm drunk, oh my god, I'm drunk, wow, it's a party. Then the next time they come by, I'm drunk, oh my god, it's so exciting, it's a party. Over and over and over again. And then they're just like disappointed when everyone isn't just like, woo, whoopee-doo shit.
If you want to ride the pub cycle, you need to book in advance and as a group. Minimum of 8 people in your group, maximum of 14. The cost is $300 for a 2-hour tour. EugeneBreweryDistrict.com opened a voicemail box to solicit comments about the pub cycle from Whiteaker residents. All but one of the messages pretty much were saying the same thing, that they didn't appreciate the behavior of all the drunk people from other parts of town coming into their neighborhood and acting obnoxious on their residential streets. We did get one positive comment from a Whiteaker resident who also owns a business in the Whiteaker.
Hi, yeah, I live in the Whiteaker. I live on the route for the pub cycle, and I think it's wonderful. I love being in my house and hearing the jingling of the bells and the laughter of the people. Everybody always seems to be having just a great time, and I think it is a wonderful addition to the neighborhood. I really love the energy, and I love the little bit of weird whimsy that it brings to our already wonderful, weird, and whimsical neighborhood. All right, that's my opinion. Now you know it. Thanks. Bye.
We also opened up discussion on Reddit and Facebook to see what people thought. The idiot cycle is now going up and down West 1st. I've encountered it several times in the last couple days. This afternoon's bunch was particularly obnoxious. 5 p.m. on what should be a nice quiet Sunday evening, right outside Hop Valley, and they're screaming, wooing, and trying to tip the damn thing over. It's like spring break every fucking day. Fuck these people. I'm calling tomorrow. It'll be a particularly awful day for whoever answers the phone.
They're loud, obnoxious, and cause cars to swerve around them dangerously. I hope they go bankrupt.
The drivers have seemed friendly, but the customers tend to turn the local brewers into college-like parties filled with loud, middle-aged people shouting and dancing. They usually only stay at one place for a short amount of time, so that's good.
I agree. While they may be having fun, they ruin the time for everyone.
It's the behavior of the clientele that's offensive to me. The bike itself seems like a neat idea, but their marketing approach seems to encourage the loud party atmosphere. If they could alter their practices somehow to alleviate the nuisance behavior, I wouldn't have a big problem with it.
One Whiteaker resident suggested going to their place of business and talking to them about the issues. A quick search for their place of business in the Oregon Business Registry reveals that they don't have an office and that they operate out of their homes. After seeing Pacific Pub Cycle's primary place of business, their residence, and seeing the neighborhood, I have to wonder, would they appreciate their pub cycle with their customers and the behavior that they encourage out of their customers going in front of their house where their children play?
If they're gonna drive that pub cycle around, drive it, keep going down 4th, don't turn on Blair, drive it past the mayor's house, 2 more blocks.